Hello, Waswere here, back with another Boss Man video. This is going to be a good one. Kerapac, the first front of the Elder God Wars dungeon, was just released, and I've spent an entire week killing him in hopes of great loot in the title. Strap yourself in and get ready for my journey of learning Hard Mode Kerapac. It's the night before Kerapac comes out, and I've made myself a little bit of a preset, basically a modified version of my AOD preset, with more food, a blessed flask, and ancient runes. So I'm kind of excited. I think the plan is to get one normal mode kill, get a Reaper crew back, understand the mechanics a little bit, and then move on to normal mode, or move on to hard mode, where we can go for the staff drop, try to make a lot of money, and have a lot of fun learning the boss. Bright and early at 6 a.m. we jumped right into normal mode Kerapac, get the Reaper crew stats back, and maybe learn something from the mechanics of the fight. Unfortunately, the kill went so quickly in trio that we didn't even get any time to really learn anything. We hovered over the time warp ability, and I did try to onslaught with that ability at the end of the fight to give me a semi-free onslaught, but by the time my onslaught was over and I got my adrenaline and HP back, the kill was already done and we had our Reaper crew back. We got an Elder Grove chest on our first kill, and I really like this as a second layer of RNG. I really like the sort of 2 layers of RNG when they're there. And I opened this first one and got 5 Wine of Saradomans, but for all the future ones, I'm going to keep them in the bank just so I can have a big opening at the end when I get the log done, maybe have 300, 400, 500 of them, and can just see how much loot we get out of it at once. But with this normal mode kill out of the way, we jumped right into hard mode and tried to secure one of the first staff pieces in game. Hard mode, we'll say, was just a little bit harder. We did the same thing where we death swiftness in our kind of quadrants and waited for the first mechanic, which stunned us, and we kept attacking Kerapac as we thought we should. But we noticed we were starting to take this typeless damage, so we looked back, and it turns out you can actually attack the time tears in hard mode, and you needed to kill them to stop that typeless damage. Next up is the jumping attack. He falls around the base tank and just hits him with a bunch of melee hits. At this point, there was a glitch that you could stall him there indefinitely because the melee hits were so small. And now we see the first sort of echoes of Kerapac, which basically copies what you do on the previous phase. So because we were standing in different locations, we're getting hit different times. And I just get absolutely destroyed by those echoes as they were copying the jumps that the base tank did on the first phase. We keep attacking, and we want to phase here as quick as possible. But lightning comes up and it happens to spawn right by me, and I wanted to test to see if you could run through it. And turns out you can't. Those are not gaps in the lightning, and it instant cleared me. And luckily it's free death week, so I went ahead and summoned another mammoth. Now here's the funny part. I actually stood outside the instance, just fuffing around, looking at the collection log, just kind of chilling, drinking some water, not realizing that you could join back in. I want to say for a solid 2 minutes. And eventually I do go to the instance again and wonder if there's a way to spectate them killing the rest of the kill so I can get a little more information in the next one. And joining back in, I absolutely panicked because I didn't expect to be attacking anything, so I put on the wrong prayer, but we got our mage pray on, and I see them killing these echoes and taking a ton of damage, so I just kind of follow along with what they're doing. And then eventually we've killed all of them, and we're able to go on the middle and attack Kerapac. At this point, we don't really know what we're doing, what these stacks are. We're trying to figure it out by hovering over it, but the buff bar is moved too constantly. So we just go ahead and we eat as much as we need to survive while taking these like 3k autos. And eventually we do get the kill and we get the similar loot. There was also a glitch where if you join in an instance, you get all the achievements. So I picked up all the achievements for like not going in a clone because I didn't go in a clone because I joined so late that I didn't have any clones. But that is one hard mode kill down, and now it's time to figure out what we actually need to do to get consistent kills. Over the next couple hours or so, we improved a little bit as we started to understand the mechanics and how to properly deal with them. With our understanding, we had the bright idea to do a melee hour where we would just go ham on DPS and see how quickly we can get a kill. This involves stacking the time clouds onto one square so that we were able to clear them instantly with Hurricane, Cleave, or Quake. In the end, we ended with a 212 PR, which at the time we thought was really good. but let's just say there's a spiritual successor to this method that will be coming soon and will blow this PR out of the water. So it's been about 6 hours since release. We got a total of 60 trio hard mode kills and our 3 normal mode kills that we did just when we had a little bit to wait on. We got no personals and no splits, so don't need to worry about any of that. But we're now going to venture into doing a few solo kills. Partner decided to go take a nap, waking up at 6 a.m. and then PVMing for 6 hours is a little tough. I would say long term, I would expect like 15 to 20 kills in trio hard mode in over the course of an hour. We had 1 hour where we were really going for it and we got 17, so that's pretty good. Oh, I just realized something. So he fires his secondary person starts where the previous phase ends, or where he did it on the previous phase. So if you're in a different part of the arena, then you only have to ever deal with one of them jumping. Well, that was a very long kill, but at least I got my first solo. Nice to see all 3 drops right there, and it's all mine. But in order for me to do this long term, I really need to get better. 12-minute kills is not sustainable. I did a couple more hours of solos and ended up with consistent 9-minute kills on day of release, which is not too bad for me if I do say so myself. There's still a lot to optimize here, especially with the time warp mechanic, so I can see this easily dropping a couple more minutes into that 6 to 7 minute range for now. I alluded to this earlier, but we're now going to be doing the Chin SGB method. Basically, in trios, you all stack up on a specific square, which makes the time cloud spawn within Chinchampa range of Kerapac, and therefore you get an SGB for each target. And with there being Kerapac and 3 time clouds there are 4 targets. And because we're also in trio, there are 3 people launching SGBs at 4 targets, so it's basically 12 SGBs raining down on Kerapac at the same time. It's incredibly powerful, and once refined can make for some very quick kills that pretty much skip every mechanic. Oh, I died. Got my PR. Oh, there we go. Finally, we have a split. Of course, it's the guy who dies on that kill who gets the split, but at least that's something. First kill, or first split, and it's going to be like 10 mil each, so it's going to be a little depressing to get, but that is KC 148, where we got our first split on day 2. And of course, another person dies, and he gets the drop. So we have 2 drops this hour, and they both died the kill that they got it. I think I know the secret to getting drops here. Just die. It's time for the personal record montage. We went from 2 minutes and 6 seconds all the way down to 1 minute and 57 seconds in 1 hour of all 3 people having an SGB Essence of Finality, which is required to do the Chin SGB method as I described earlier. At this point, we're getting about 20 to 21 kills per hour, and it's more efficient than soloing. Well, I didn't even realize this when I started the kill, but I went in without a Ripper Demon, and I got Greater Conch in a solo. That is our first solo kill. Yes, or not our first solo kill, that's our first solo kill with a Ripper Demon. Our first item on the collection log. It's about 100 mil. If I hadn't already unlocked Kong, I would probably use this. But it's dropping fast because it's pretty, let's call it common from normal mode, it seems. Multiple people getting a lot of them, so it's about 100 mil. So I'm just going to chuck it right in the GE right away. And yeah, it sold for basically 100 mil flat. I guess that means we're back to 6 items to go for Golden Reaper. No, 6 on this log plus the 3 we had before is 9 items to go for Golden Reaper. It's now been, it's now the night of day 2, and we're up to 200 total KC at Kerapac. We still have the 1 conch drop from our hard mode solo, but we don't have any other drops. But I was just told that Nodon Dragonkin tasks work for the damage boost on Kerapac. This is going to be absolutely huge, because that's 15% damage and accuracy. So that should really speed up our kills. We're already at 100% accuracy with Reckless, but holy crap. This is going to be nice. So let's see how quick we can get with these extra damage boosts. Okay, kill 1 over with the Slayer task. That was an awful kill. I messed up so much. Probably was one of my worst kills. And yeah, I still got a sub 8 kill. This Slayer task power is very OP. Hot damn, 621. Slayer task paying off strong. And that includes like a 20-second wait while phasing at the wrong time on into phase 4. So I think I could get a sub 6 here. And there's another solo PB, 613. I definitely think I can get sub 6. That's gonna be the goal I put for myself before I stop really pushing to get faster, but sub 6 is definitely possible. I changed up my rotation a little bit on P4 there, which allowed me to get a little more DPS and not have to shield camp as much. Hey, that's another drop. Unfortunately, it's the same as the one we already have, that is our second concentrated blast. Yeah, let's go sell this one again. I think it dropped another 10 mil since our last one. Yep, 90 mil. Pretty good prediction. So we're at 190 mil from rare drops so far. KC-wise, I've now done 20 solos on this Slayer task. So that's what I've done so far. Tonight, we're getting that 7 to 8 per hour, and we're up to 220 total kills. And about 160 of them were trios, so we have a total of 340 drop piles so far. Well, that's a first in a solo. I did so much damage. Well, I used so little food that kill that I don't even have inventory space to pick up these drops. That makes me very proud. Oh! 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 Oh my god. Holy crap. Oh, that looks so cool. Oh my god, we got a Staff of Armadillo. Fractured Staff. Holy crap. I don't know what this is gonna sell for, but holy crap, we got that. That is another item to the collection log. And we're gonna just leave it in at just under 1.2 bill, and hopefully it sells. Luckily, I'm good friends with both these guys, so they trust me to hold on to it for the night. Oh, there we go. Hey, today is a very good day. First, we get that staff piece, and then we get the pet piece. 316 kills. We are now Vitalis off IFB again. We've unlocked the carry pet from Kerapac. Let's go see what's up here and see what it looks like. Oh, it's so small. It's got a nice little Staff of Armadillo, though. And there is an extra skin here. Can we go here? There is this skin, which can be unlocked by defeating Kerapac 1,000 times in hard mode. And it looks really cool. And the staff piece has now sold. It took about an hour. Basically, however long it took me to get that pet. But yeah, 1.2 bill, which means 400 mil each, which is really nice. That basically paid for my concentrated blast, which I bought way too early. But I was worried about some of the nerfs and it getting harder and all that sort of stuff. And I still think the ability is worth 400 mil. It's just a lot more common, so it's down to that 75 to 100 mil range. Hell freaking yeah, that is a sub 6 solo kill. Whew, that was the time I've wanted for quite a bit, and we got it together. We got a good kill, got some good ruby procs, and got a 557. So overnight, my scripture of Jas of bot, and basically how it works is a time rift opens, and for 10 seconds it counts up all the damage you do. And once the 10 seconds are up, that time rift closes and you deal 20% of the damage you deal. So if I deal 40,000 damage in that period, I'll get an extra 8,000 damage. So for our kills, I'm going to swap off using a Cruelty Scrimshaw and try to use this Scripture of Jas Godbook just to see how it plays out and how it affects my kill time. So let's go ahead and unlock it, making it untradeable. And you can see it also has better stats than the other god books, with 8 style bonus and 5 prayer bonus from the 7 and 4 on other god books. So when I'm just AFKing something like Slayer, where I'm not going to be using an active pocket slot, I can just put this on for slightly more stats and slightly more prayer. It's not much, but it adds up. So we did a lot of damages, so we should get an extra 10k hit. Yeah, perfect, an extra 10k hit right away. I don't know when the activation chance is or any of that sort of stuff. But we've only had the one proc so far, so I feel like it's adding less damage than the Cruelty Scrim at this point, but maybe it's just RNG. I absolutely screwed up at the end there, probably cost myself 10 seconds, but we got a 548 solo. That's pretty good in my book. That's my fastest one yet. And that is day, I think, 5 of Kerapac done. I'm starting to lose count. It's Friday, so yeah, it's the 5th day. We're up to 464 total kills. And 225 of them are trio, which means we have to add 14 solos here to 239 solos. And yeah, we're getting close to that 1,000 drop pile threshold. I'll probably hit that tomorrow, which is what I think the drop rate of the staff pieces are, 1 in 1,000 per pile. But yeah, we haven't had anything since that staff like 200 solos ago. Well, that might be the craziest thing. I got a effigy and a treasure hunter key in the same kill, but double troll in one. Absolutely demolished my PR, and that is a new fastest solo at 5:33, and we have also hit the milestone of killing 500 Kerapac in hard mode. Hell yeah, that's a good combination. Everything just went right that kill, got good ruby procs, got good book procs. So we're no longer dry. We got a greater concentrated blast, but it's our 3rd one. Oh, god damn it. It is really funny that we have 3 conks, no gloves, and no scriptures, but at least we're no longer dry. It took us 123 kills on this task and a lot before to get a drop at 501 KC. So now the price of conk has gone down, so it only sold for 54 mil. That makes our 3rd one. I thought I would go over my Phase 4 hard mode solo Kerapac rotation, as that seems to be what everyone is asking for. I make sure I start already with Hydrix bolts on, my defender planted feet on, and 110% adrenaline. I immediately teleport into the North Clone and run to the intersection of the North and West Echo into a time warp with Death Swiftness. I jump south and Vitality Pot to get my HP up to 20k, and I teleport out. The reason why I do this all in this order is that my now clone over there has 20k HP, and I get jumped back up to 10k HP and full adrenaline when I get wound back in time, making it not require that much food. I then kill that first Echo and start dumping on the second Echo because they're still attacking my clones. As you can see in the distance, my clone still has about 9k HP, even though it's been tanking by itself. Pop on a res to make sure that you get your HP up a little bit, and jump over to the south, where you can time, devo, and jump into your clone right before it dies, and this time warp is going to heal you back up to full. It's a little spicy to jump into that clone, but it saves you 25 stacks on Kerapac at the very end. After time has unwound, I tank a little bit, eat a little bit of food, and get the Echo down to about 30k HP before devoing again so I can finish it off with a Dark Bow to get an extended devo for 15 total seconds. I then start attacking the final Echo of Kerapac and prepare myself while waiting for Time Warp to come back. What I want to do here is get to full HP and full adrenaline, and I accomplish this by using Resonance. Once I can Time Warp, I Time Warp and Death Swiftness and start dumping offensive abilities, but make sure to use Debilitate before time went back so that I have that up when I go to 100% adrenaline. I can start dumping more abilities, and if I need to, I can use Debilitate one more time or finish it off with a Dark Bow. And that's how you deal with Phase 4 Kerapac solos. There's effigy number like 10, I want to say. I right-click, destroy. And this is going to be our last Kerapac kill of the episode, and we get nothing, as kind of is the sort of case so far. But yeah, let's look at our KC and collection log progress. Collection log wise, we are up to the shaft, the 3 conchs, and then the pets. We still got a lot to go. I'm surprised I don't have the wrist wraps or the scripture of Jas. I thought these staff pieces would take a long time, but these are taking long as well. And I've seen a couple people like get the full staff and then have to go to normal mode to complete the log. So that might be true for us as well. So if we take our 332 solos and then our 255 trios, that leaves us with 1251 loot piles that we've had on the ground. So here is all of the loot. The common table isn't massive at Kerapac, which is nice for tracking. This coins is actually both from the common drop and all of the splits I've gotten. I had the first concentrated blast, which was 100 mil, the second 90 mil, the third 54 mil, and then I got that shaft staff, which is a 400 mil split, a scripture of Jas split, which was 18 mil, and then a glove split, which was 7 mil. So in total, that was 669 mil in split, and then there was about another 55 mil in coins that were added. And then the other only thing to note is this manuscript of Jas. I used about 20 of them, 25 of them, using the book at Kerapac. So this number would be slightly higher, but let's go ahead and dump it into the price checker. Okay, almost 1.4 bill, which is not half bad. You see 700 mil from the coins, 100 mil from Hydrix bolt tips. This anima probably sells for more than 7 GP, but it's not enough to think about. These fire battle staffs also can be alked for a little bit more GP, but say like 1.4 mil GP. And I did a total of 1,251 loot piles between my 332 solo kills and my 225 trios. So if we divide our total loot by 1251, we get 1.11 mil of loot pile in GP. And then on top of that, you can either get about 8 kills per hour in solo, which has 24 loot piles, or 24 kills per hour in trio. So not including supply costs, we're going to add 24 drop piles per hour to get a total loot of 26.75 mil per hour so far at Kerapac for me. So you can just see that means I've spent a lot of time there, and that's why I have over 1 bill. But on a GP basis, I don't think this boss is actually that good unless you end up getting really lucky with staff pieces. Like if that staff piece had come in solo and we had another 800 mil to add to this, we would be looking at a much higher GP per hour. So until we know the drop rates, you really don't know what the actual GP per hour is here. But I feel like I'm a little bit unlucky. But with that in mind, that's going to be the end of this episode. We picked up 3 new items to the collection log by virtue of there being a new boss, and we got the boss pet. So that's pretty nice. That's a good start. I'm going to try to at least get the next staff piece in solos, and then once that, I'll probably trio to finish off so I can guarantee 1k hard mode for that cool pet skin that you unlock at 1,000 kills. If you like the content I'm creating, consider subscribing, and if you like the video, drop a like on the video. It really helps me out and helps push the video to more people. But past that, have a good day, and I'll catch you in the next one.